Peace, family. You cooling with the Completist, and I'm my brother Terrell. And tonight we gonna be discussing the Oscars. Um, we're gonna be discussing the Oscars, Jujutsu Kaisen, Zero film, plus other things. It is a late night. We not gonna hold y'all for that long, but last night was definitely an interesting night for um bloggers and scrollers and film critics and film fans alike. Um, we got a lot of um, we got a historical moment, two historical moments last night, and we got a bunch of expected and unexpected films in a lot of the categories as well, and a lot of the actors and actresses. Um, Congrats to all of them nominated and the winners. I'm gonna just get that out the way now. But first and foremost, I want to talk about how Dune kind of took over the night when it comes to all the films being nominated and winning. They had the most out of everyone.
Yeah.
Like, which categories was it? It won best cinematography, best
Best
sound,
cinematography. I believe best sound. I believe best visual effects. I'm looking it
best
up right
visual
now.
effects.
Yeah. I'm going through it right now. Yeah, but you right. Best sound. I believe best original score.
Yeah,
Hold
best
on.
original score.
Damn it. Reception. And okay, list of accolades by Doom. Yeah. Shit. Okay, yeah. See, Academy Awards. Damn. Hold on. I think they won. Oh, no, they did. They didn't win best costume and all that. Damn. Why the fuck is it taking me so long to get to me? Here they are. Yeah. All right. Damn. No, I didn't. Okay, it won best score. Okay, we said that. Best sound, best editing,
Best
uh,
editing,
best cinematography,
best cinematography.
best production design, best visual effects.
Mm.
So that
And
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, seven. Seven Oscars.
7 Oscars in one night.
Yep.
That's definitely impressive.
Yeah. I think they were nominated. I believe they were nominated they had 11 nominations. That's crazy. They had like 11 nominations. They won seven. That's crazy.
Mm. And that's crazy that the with all those nominations, you would think that the director of the film would have gotten nominated for best director.
No, no, it's like a lot of times if you give a best director award, 9 times out of 10
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna get best picture. It's just like
Mm-hmm. I
it's just
got you.
like the Power of the Dog, the movie I've been standing for like the last 4 months. That was nominated, I believe, like the heck, I think it had like 13 nominations. The only award it won was best director. It didn't even get best picture,
Right.
which is
That's
crazy.
okay. So let me ask you this, because I haven't. I saw parts of it. I didn't even finish it for. I was watching it through my little internet website. Where? So is it streaming right now?
It's on Netflix. Well, Power of the Dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's on
it's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's on
Okay,
Netflix. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna have to check it out because when I saw that it had that many nominations, I definitely was surprised. And best director, and I believe that it was also it didn't wait Power of the Dog. Because I had discussed this as earlier as well. Yeah, it was nominated for Best Picture, and that Licorice Pizza. I seen that you was talking about that as well, and
Mm-hmm.
I gotta I gotta check those out, man. Because one thing about me I've noticed, I love movies, man. but the movie industry has this thing that they do where they will purposely make like a select few films where they purposely make them like boring. Does that make sense? Like they make the title uninteresting and they make like the you know what I mean? Like they make it boring, but that film ends up being highly recognized as like one of the greatest films, you know what I'm saying, made of
But
that year.
you know what? I wouldn't say the boring movies win. I mean, you're not gonna get the action with stuff blowing up in your face left and right. You're not gonna get that as best picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a certain it's a I can't really pinpoint what type of criteria the Academy has. It's just a certain movie. It's just certain type of movies that the Academy loves. Like for example, the Academy loves movies like Tick Tick Boom. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
was nominated. Tick Tick La La Land, the musical stuff like that. They
Mm-hmm.
love that shit like that. But the Power of the Dog. When I watched that movie, I just instantly knew that shit was gonna get all types of nominations. It just already clicked it. I only had to watch it one time and I knew it because you had all these A-list actors, or there was all of them was A-list. You had all these great actors in it. The Western setting, how subtle it was, the way it was written, the way it was directed, the way it was acted. I just knew it all top that the shit was gonna get nominated. It just didn't win. It just didn't win. That's all. I just knew that it was gonna get nominated though, because the Academy loves those type of movies.
You got you.
Yeah.
So what's the name? Being the Ricardos, Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem played Lucy and Ricky Ricardo.
And they love that type, and they love that too because that's old
Now
time Hollywood.
I love that movie. I really thought
Yeah,
that movie was good as fuck.
it's
I
dope,
really enjoyed that.
dope.
And I understand why Javier got nominated for Best Male Actor because honestly, he stole the show. And I said this in a post after I watched the movie. I was like, man, he really stole the show. Like, I was supposed to be Nicole Kidman's show.
Yeah,
You know what
it
I'm
was.
saying? But
It was.
Javier stole it.
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean? And
Yeah,
yeah, I definitely understood why that film came up a few times in the nominations because yeah, it was a good film.
yeah.
But that was one of them. I like the one of the films in there that I liked that was nominated.
Yeah, and another thing, a lot of movies that get nominated is biopics because it's like
Hmm.
if you can play somebody that that existed at a point in time, or just
Right.
for example, Jamie Foxx's Ray.
Yeah.
There's no way and you can tell me that he didn't deserve an Oscar for Ray Charles
Yeah.
because
Right. Right.
and honestly, who was I don't remember everybody who was nominated that year, but who was his direct competition that year was for Best Actor? Leonardo
Mm.
DiCaprio as Howard Hughes in The Aviator. So
Mm.
yeah, so it was that way where it's like you kind of couldn't go wrong, but like, hey man, Jamie Foxx, like bro, like it seemed like
And
they took Ray Charles out the '60s and put him right here to make another movie, man. That's how
yeah.
crazy it
Yeah.
was.
And neither one of them won an Oscar that year. So
Oh no, Jamie Foxx won for Best Actor.
oh, yeah, got you.
Yeah, yeah,
I was thinking about somebody else.
yeah.
That what there was another film that was that came out that year. Um, I'm about to look up the nominations, the nominees for that year. What year was that? Like 2005.
2000. It's 2005, yeah, because it's for the year 2004. So look up the 2005 Oscars.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, Million Dollar Baby, Finding Neverland, Sideways, Ray, and The Aviator. That Million Dollar Baby was decent. It annoyed me though. Finding Neverland
Right.
was a good film. The Aviator, yeah, it was really between Ray and the Aviator, and Ray won it. Definitely was rightfully won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when we talking and then when we talk about these award shows, you know, how do you know how they're what's like how they're voted for? Like how many votes it takes for one film to get the win over others? Like how does that work?
I'm not exactly sure how that works. I know the academy is is the board behind it, but I'm not exactly sure of like how the votes get in because obviously it's not, and some actors, some of their peers are on that board too. Truth be
Mm-hmm.
told, some other actors are on that board, and I'm gonna hit you with this. You remember Baron Davis, right? Played in
Yeah.
NBA. I don't know if he's still on it, but he was on the Academy board.
Ooh,
He was
interesting.
part. He was part of this. He was also on the Screen Actors Guild board. Also, I don't know if he still is, but he was.
Interesting. I
Yeah,
did not know that. I didn't know that.
yeah,
So so the other another film or a few films we don't got that much time. But Belfast came up a few times and of course King Richard and the tragedy of Macbeth.
yeah.
Now, when we're talking about the best actors nomination, what I'm saying, nominees, this was a deep roster this year.
All star team right now.
Yeah, it was a
All
deep,
star
deep
squad.
roster this year.
Yeah,
Because Denzel killed Macbeth.
yeah.
Andrew Garfield did a good job in Tick Tick Boom, and Will Smith did a great job as Richard Williams.
Mhm. Let's see.
You know,
Let's see. The thing, and no disrespect to Denzel, I just kind of knew he wasn't going to win because, see, the thing about Macbeth, that's Shakespeare. So many people done did that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, a million people done did, a million actors. It's just like, whose turn is it? They just did a Macbeth in 2015. They just did. They
yeah.
just did one not too long
Hmm.
ago. The only
Hmm.
thing about this one is more about the cinematography and how it's shot. But other than
Yeah,
that, yeah, like everybody done, not everybody, but it's just one of those things where everybody does Shakespeare. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Everybody
like
going
yeah.
to get a turn. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, I knew
I
he
know
just wasn't
exactly
going
what
to
you
win.
mean.
Yeah, so I knew he wasn't going to win for that.
Yeah, yeah, man. And we and it was under the radar when we was discussing earlier about how Samuel Jackson actually acquired his first Oscar as well,
Yeah.
right next to Will Smith. It just wasn't for Best Actor. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? What was the Oscar that he won again? What category was that?
It was more like an honor. I don't want to say it was an honorary, but it was kind of like a lifetime achievement award type
Gotcha.
thing. Yeah,
Which is deserved because I just like the post we had just made. Mans has done so many damn impactful roles. He is just one of the most impactful actors in history. Period.
this man has appeared in over 150 films.
Right.
150, like bro, like it's
176 to be exact.
yeah, 100. My bad, 176.
No, you can say that, but I'm just saying that just for the fans that want to know.
Fans, oh yeah, well, well, yeah, it's like he been in more movies. Like DiCaprio been in the game for like almost 30 years, and he had don't even have 100 and over 150 credits on acting credits on him.
No, you don't.
And Sam Jackson started late. Sam Jackson didn't really get famous like for real, until he was like close, like his late 40s. You feel me?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's like he started late and he just, you feel me?
That's how it works. You just got to wait your turn.
Yeah,
You
that's how
know.
I be, bro.
I
Yep.
mean, Will Smith, he acquired his first Oscars for King Richard, best actor.
Yeah.
And it was well deserved, man. I mean, we all have our opinions. We all have our opinions on what film an actor should have gotten an Oscar for. Like I feel like a few actors should have been gotten a few Oscars on, for real. But that's just not how the shit works in the movie industry,
Yeah.
But it was a long time coming. Just like how my man's Leonardo just got his first Oscars for The Revenant a few years ago. It's a lot of great actors that are just now getting in that, in um that spotlight of, where the Oscars, where everybody's sitting with the Oscar awards, you know what I mean? So it's big shout outs to Will Smith, man. He been doing it for years. Man started out as a rapper, you know what I mean? Ended up being one of the most decorated actors of movie history for real,
Yeah, and
especially amongst black people.
this Oscar, like I said on Facebook, this Oscar it's a championship ring. It validates him. It puts him up there.
Definitely,
Yeah, because like
definitely.
you want to be a GOAT. Denzel got his. He goated. Sidney Poitier he goated. Jamie
Hmm.
Foxx goated. So Will been Hollywood royalty, Black Hollywood royalty for way too long. You feel me? And he didn't have
Hmm.
that ring. He didn't have that ring. Now he got it. Now you officially goated.
Right. And we gonna have to discuss it anyway. We're gonna have to discuss it anyway. I guess we can do it for the people that's watching who wants to hear about the
Yes.
debacle that
Yeah.
happened. The
The kabaffle.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? The debacle that happened last night between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Um, for those who don't know and aren't aware, but are tuned in to the Completist podcast, um, Chris Rock has said a joke. Basically, it just got started for real. Um, he has said a joke, saying jokes about a few people, but he came across Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. And Jada
Mhm.
Pinkett, as we all know, has a short haircut. She has a little bald fade. And Chris Rock made a joke saying that she basically looked like G.I. Jane. And anyone who knows about Jada and has watched her Red Table Talk panel, she has said multiple times that she has alopecia and has had certain conditions and ailments throughout her life that messed with her hair and ability to grow her hair and keep it grown. Um, and yeah, so Will Smith didn't. He was laughing, I guess, at first. Honestly, I don't know. He probably was thinking for real. Who knows? Some people laugh nervously, honestly, we see Will Smith laugh even when he was discussing the entanglement with Jada Pinkett. We saw how he was really sad for real, but he was laughing. He was
Yeah.
smiling majority of the time. So I don't know. I don't want to say that he was laughing and then saw that she was sad and then took up arms. But either way it go, I kind of feel like he did what he felt he needed to do to defend the honor of his wife. And what you think, T man? I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people feel like it's going to put a blemish on his legacy, because more people are going to think about him actually slapping Chris Rock than him actually winning an Oscar.
Well, I mean, like we said during, while we was in the show lobby, like it could have been handled. It could have been handled differently, and like it's just like how it's just like how the brother Marcus said that sometimes when I say I be on both sides of it, by no means I know by no means I'm trying to downplay the struggles of Black women. It's just that Will been basically the butt of the joke for the last year and a half. He been like
Yeah.
the subject so many memes and ridicule, basically at the hands of Jada, and it's a little jarring to me how quick he stood up for her. Even though the joke was lame. I kind of I just don't like I just don't really feel like a black man embarrassing a black man on national TV like that. But at the same time, you don't know what niggas be going through. You never know when a nigga can snap on your ass at the same
Right.
time. You never
Right.
know. The nigga can snap. And see, me personally, I would not have slapped him. I would have went up there and I would have laughed a little bit, but I would have put my arm around him like, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I would have been like, hey, watch it. You know what I'm saying? And then walk back to my seat. But I
Yeah,
mean,
there was other ways that definitely could have went. It could have went differently. He could have definitely did it, but I mean, like I said, that's the way he felt. He should have reacted.
but also on the other side of the coin, I mean, I know people not gonna hear this, but like Chris Rock is a comedian, and I didn't see comedians take niggas down. I'm talking about like I'm not trying to downplay what Jada going through, but I didn't see comedians talk about sickle cell and taking niggas down. Like
Mm.
I told people that Ricky Gervais, the reason why the Academy and the Golden Globe people don't even want to bring it back because 2 years ago he hosted the Golden Globes and he took down the entire Hollywood to their face. Like with a he dropped a pedophile bomb on them. I'm paraphrasing, but he said something about like great, so y'all can get back to go ahead and go back to touching your kids or something like that. Like he took, I'm paraphrasing, that ain't exactly how he said it, but
Yeah, I get what you
he
mean.
took down the whole industry in one monologue. And nobody was tripping about that. I mean, people was tripping, but it wasn't like like trying to beat him up or anything.
Right, right, right.
The Academy just got him out of here. But like I said, I'm not making excuses for Chris Rock, but like comedians say wild shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jerry Seinfeld himself a couple years ago, they make fun of each other even in death. Like one of the comedians died, and Jerry Seinfeld said something about he told somebody next to him. He said, "Yeah, I had enough of that guy anyway. Get him out of here." Yeah, man. I mean, comedians be brutal like that.
Man, listen, I get it though. Like I really do. Like I'm all for raunchy dark comedy, man. I'm really with the roasting and with the dozens. I love that shit. You feel me? But at the end of the day, just like you said, you don't know what people going through, man, and they've been going through it when it comes to being the topic of discussion when it comes to like relationship shit.
And
So
also, oh my fault. Go ahead.
no, it's like yeah, just it's they not always, but they are one of the top topics. When it comes to relationship shit, when it comes to people and who like discussing celebrities. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And this always ends up being some type of negative statements around that. In other words, shading either him or her. You know what I mean?
And also like what I brought up earlier on Facebook about when I did my research on Will's book, he states more than a few times in that book that he regrets when he was younger, when he was little, and then his mother's boyfriend was beating on her or
Mhm.
whatever. He regrets not doing nothing about it. And see, people don't realize that like that shit does resonate with you when you sometimes
Yeah.
when you so you feel me? Sometimes when you don't handle them problems like that, when you younger at a certain time, all those feelings gonna get accumulated, and it's gonna build up and build up and build up until one day you just gonna snap. And you might snap at the wrong place at the wrong time. But he said in his book that he constantly regrets not doing nothing about it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
I
mean
mean,
that definitely. Yeah, I mean that's plausible. I mean, like I said, there is no making no excuses for it. It is what it is, man. But like I said, if he was a friend, like people claim he was, he would know the sensitivity around that subject. So if you know what I'm saying. if he actually is that close. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah,
know, he,
if he actually is that close, I don't know. Like, even if they cool like that, they don't really. A lot of comedians, they are real cool with that person. They wouldn't like throw shots like that. You know that. Let's just say it, like they already was beefing like for some years. So you know what I'm saying. He just want to throw in a little dig at him. You know what I'm saying. So
right, it's just annoying, and I want to say this because we was discussing this as well. People have to understand, when Will Smith and Jada were boycotting the Oscars, Chris Tucker made fun of them for it. You know,
Chris Rock.
there are Chris Rock. Sorry, I said Chris Tucker. I've been doing that for years, family. Don't fault me. But no, but yeah, Chris Rock. He made fun of him for that shit. You know what I mean? And they were boycotting the shit rightfully. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know why it ended. I don't know if they solved the problem that they were boycotting about, but that's a different topic. But it's all it's I don't know, man. I feel like Chris Rock been looking to get slapped for a little while now, and somebody finally did the shit.
It was just the person we least expected.
Yeah, it was just it was just the person that we least expected, man. For real. Like, just think about it. If y'all think about how much this nigga has done, how much fried shit he undone in the past 15 years, regarding just his life in general, his personal life, family, how he did his wives, you know what I'm saying, his wife, I'm sorry, and just shit like that. Like, dude, just be doing fried shit, and it seemed like it just be random and spontaneous, or like he just choose to do it because he bored or whatever the fuck. But either way, he just be doing fried shit, and and he even stated that he was doing fried shit, and people like Adam Sandler had to help him out of that fucking rut. You know what I'm saying? From doing fried shit. Like, you know what I mean? Adam had to tell this man, you being fried. Like this, like, and listen, and that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not hating. I love Chris Rock, man. I really do. I really don't have no problem with him. But yeah, he been doing fried shit for a long time now, man. Somebody finally slapped this nigga. He deserved to get slapped. And it is what it is. Everybody move on, man. You know what I mean? It happens. We gonna see him get slapped for the next 20 years, and I'm fine with seeing Will Smith do it. I'm a big fan of Will, so yeah, I laughed when I saw that shit. I didn't, nigga. I was like, nigga, oh, like, so like he just smacked this nigga. First, I thought he punched him. I thought he punched this nigga at first.
Yeah, but see, you know what? I think that because I think if he had punched him, Chris probably would have fell down because
Right.
you know the force from a punch. It was like he slapped him, but he hit him just enough for him to, you know what I'm saying, just to do that. You feel me? Yeah,
Yeah, that neck jerker.
The neck jerker, yeah. And you heard the impact of the microphone too, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
man.
yeah, man, that shit, like, damn, like he just went up there and just slapped that nigga, like, god damn, like that shit,
Man,
that shit
but
embarrassing, man, for real.
but we ain't gonna hang on this too much, man. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't. This ain't about how Jada treats Will. That has nothing to do with it, or if she would do the same for him, or whatever the case may be. Doesn't really matter. If you have a woman, if you have a wife, if you love her, you gonna do something. It don't matter what it is. I know you ain't just gonna sit on your ass and just laugh though. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she reacts and she shows you that she fucking hurt or embarrassed by that shit. Nigga, yeah, you gonna switch up like that. You ain't about to just keep laughing. If you is, you a hoe ass nigga.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Like Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap though. That's about Chris Rock did was awkward as hell. He was like, he's like, I'm like, man, that shit. That's how you know it was real because he didn't have nothing. Like
he didn't know what to say.
He's looking like the fucking. And look, what make it even more awkward, everybody was quiet as fuck. Niggas was laughing, and the niggas was like, they didn't even know. They was as quiet as fuck. I said, yeah, I did. This shit real. Yeah, that was real
Man,
as fuck.
that nigga Will Smith did the Pursuit of Happiness yell. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, that's how else I knew it was real, because that nigga was screaming. I was like, yo,
Everybody in the damn auditorium could hear this nigga.
Yeah, like he didn't even need a mic, bro. I'm all like, yeah, man, yeah, this shit real. This nigga pissed off for real.
Man, wow. But congratulations to Will Smith, man, winning his first Oscar, and congratulations to Samuel L. Jackson for winning the Little Lifetime Achievement Oscar type award. I don't know the name of it. Don't hold me to this. Just know I congratulated him. But we're gonna move on. Halo, Paramount Plus.
I only watched the first episode, by the way. It was but yeah.
They doing the episodes weekly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I rather that though. I honestly didn't want to binge this show. This is too much to take in. You know what I'm saying? But anybody who is a fan of Halo, I did a podcast earlier about the show, the first episode. And I'm not gonna lie. While I was watching the episode, when Master Chief came into the screen, the first person, do you know the first motherfucker I thought about? The first motherfucker I thought about was the Mandalorian. The first person I thought about was the Mandalorian.
But see, this is the thing though. The one thing I fault them for, I feel like Master Chief was kind of revealed a little bit too early. Like I feel like they should have built him up through dialogue. You feel me? Should just built him up. Then you drop him in like the 6th or 7th episode or whatever. Yeah,
because they could have just kept it as showing the other Spartans, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have kept it as showing the other Spartans, and then, like you said, built it up to showing us Master Chief. But where the direction I think that they're going, because this is before he was synced with Cortana. You know what I'm saying? So when he was synced with before he was synced with Cortana, there was a whole different. It was everything was different. You know what I mean? When we got Halo, we was fighting the aliens. You know what I'm saying? Halo #1, 2004. You know what I mean? We was fighting, the aliens, the grunts. You know what I mean? And in the show, before he had Cortana, before the Covenant even came into play, the UNSC was battling humans. Yeah. It's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? So I definitely love, and I want to see if they are actually going to go the same route that they went with the video game, because they showed us the Covenant and the leader of the Covenant. You know what I mean? But are they going to keep it the same route though? Like, because they already mentioned Cortana, the doctor, that is working on Master Chief, and as we know in the game, he went through several reboots. You know what I'm saying? Master Chief went through several reboots. So this is definitely a show that I can see going a few seasons. You know what I'm saying? And, or a couple seasons. I could see them doing a lot with it.
At least like 3 seasons, 4 seasons of this.
Yeah, and they don't have to have Master Chief in every episode either. Right, like I said, they can, like you said as well, they can use the other Spartans, you know what I'm saying, to keep the attention, keep the entertainment high, because they got that work as well. We know what Spartans do. Spartans is Spartans, but we know Master Chief is Master Chief, but Spartans are still Spartans. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all the type of battles they went through, you know what I'm saying, before the main plot of the story come into play. Right. Definitely, and that's how I feel about Halo, man. But I honestly have a feeling that they only gonna make this shit one season though. And
I don't know. Well, yeah, they might, yeah, because Paramount Plus, they that's already like they flagship automatically they flagship show. So it's like,
mhm,
yeah, and see Paramount Plus, most people will it's stuff for it's people for Nickelodeon on there, it's MTV stuff like that. And only really people that's really checking for Halo is people like us, the gamers. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
no, everybody else not fucking with Halo that got Paramount Plus.
Really, I mean, it's but like I said, the visuals is amazing. The action top tier. The CGI ain't too much CGI. And really all the CGI that they have in it is not overwhelming. So it still looks like they actually were. At least, you know what I'm saying, showing the movement, doing the real movements with the CGI characters, you know what I'm saying, instead of making both of them CGI and now it look like a damn video game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So they made it look real, and they should have made this shit rated M for mature, just like the video game,
yeah.
because they showing motherfuckers bodies, half the top half of their bodies getting blown off in that motherfucker.
I think Halo might have. I don't really care for the game that much, but I feel like it's good enough. It's good enough to be a great video game adaptation if done right. Like
Hmm.
it should be God tier video game adaptation
Hmm.
because
I'm sorry, I got to show off my Master Musa shirt.
no, yeah, that's dope.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but they need. Yeah, I feel like it could be a god tier video game adaptation. Like I said, if it's done right, they put the right money in there, put the right amount of budget, it could be good.
I like who they chose to play Master Chief as well. I'm not gonna spoil it because the show just dropped a couple days ago. I'm gonna let y'all find out who's playing Master Chief, the main character of the show Halo. But I do like who they chose for that role, man. I like who they chose for that role. I liked him in American Gods as well. And if y'all figure it out, there's a bunch of people on that show. So go watch American Gods to see who I'm talking about. But the Oscars is over. Shit, I don't watch it. I actually think it's shit, but I'm happy for Will Smith and Samuel Jackson. You know what I mean? I'm a movie buff. I love films. Um, shit. Tick Tick Boom, King Richard, being the Ricardos, the Tragedy of Macbeth, Power of a
Power of the
Dog,
dog. Yeah,
the Eyes of Tammy Faye. Um, House of Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
which was
You know,
completely snubbed. Jesus
right?
Christ.
Real shit. Right. Nightmare Alley was actually good as hell. I'm surprised that didn't win anything.
Yeah, I knew. I kind of knew they wasn't going. It was. I kind of knew he wasn't going to get nothing.
Yeah, man. Don't Look Up. Licorice Pizza, West Side Story, 2021. Dune, and I gotta win, and I gotta watch Coda, man, because Coda won Best Picture for this year, and I
Yeah,
don't know what that is.
I gotta check. I gotta fuck with Coda now. I really gotta check that joint out. They said that I think they said the main character was deaf or something like that, but I
Uh
gotta
huh.
fuck. I gotta fuck with it.
Yeah, man, they won Best Picture 2022, so I'm gonna definitely end up watching that. So everybody that tuned into the show, go watch those films. Come back to this video, comment to let us know what y'all think of each film, because we basically talked about every film that was categorized for real. Oh, we and the James Bond film,
No time to die.
No Time to Die, that was nominated, didn't win anything though.
No,
But
they did. They did
it did.
best original song by Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah, by Billie Eilish. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. They won an Oscar for that. They always win Oscars for their music though, and like they intros and shit. You know what I'm saying? For like they theme songs and shit. So I mean, that's kind of cool.
yeah. James Bond never really like been like a big hit with the Oscars or whatever. They kind of look
No.
at they kind of look at James Bond as like the superhero movies a little bit. Like you say, the only thing they ever really go get nominated for is like the music, the music, or maybe the production design. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The hell? But yeah, man, I'm a we gonna run out of time, man. You know, I love all y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Anybody who didn't watch the Oscars, go on YouTube and watch all the highlights, man. Go watch all the highlights. Come back to the video. You know what I'm saying? Comment. Let us know what you think of any of the films that we discussed. You know, but remember, love yourself, love your family. Don't stress about the shit you can't control. And thank you, brother, man, for the tuning, for being a part of this video, man, and
Anytime, bro.
sharing with us the wisdom of this film shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, but all right, brother. Thank you, man. Y'all have a
All
good
right,
one.
man. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Peace, brother. Ashe.